Yeah, I'm really grateful to Kentucky Wesleyan. I love opportunities to play championship teams, and this is a veteran championship team that's going to have another great year. What Drew's done at Wesleyan is incredible. It's such a storied program, and they have essentially the majority of their roster back, missing one legitimate big piece, but they play the right way, and they're gonna have a ton of success. So I'm super grateful to them. And it was a good night for us. I'm really proud of our guys. The way their focus was tremendous. Their decision making for the most part was really good. They were very much on their toes in attack mode, and that's where we like to be.
Mark, first game, 12 new players, but it looked pretty cohesive no matter what lineup combination you had. Did it surprise you?
I was pleased as much as I was surprised. I was just pleased. I thought our focus on playing off 2 feet. Wesleyan is, they're a good defensive team. What they do is they really crowd, they really gap heavy, they punish you at raking gaps. And I thought our guys from the very beginning did a tremendous job about making plays for our teammates, playing off 2 feet, winning the gap, being really judicious, and really sharing the ball the way that we hope to and anticipate that we will. The best part of it was it's the first time these guys have ever been in a game together, first time in this building, in a game, in official uniforms, in front of our fans, and there's all the distractions that come with it. So much new today as we went through our first game day. There were a couple funny moments at shoot around where I was just moving on the next thing, and then I realized that nobody on the team knows what the next thing is because we don't have anybody that's done it besides Jackson. And so these guys did a great job taking in all the new and then really executing. And that's our standard. That's what we expect of our guys. And so I was proud of that, pleased with it, more than surprised.
Mark, you said last week at SEC Media Days that you wanted to see your team get exposed going up against someone new. I don't know how much you can nitpick over a 71-point win, but did you see any cracks that you were looking for or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's ways we can improve. We're going to continue to improve on our communication. I felt like we were dialed in from those games. We had a couple of little spaces where we kind of lost ourselves. We were exposed on the glass a little bit with a team that really shoots a lot of balls, and they end up being long rebounds. And so we were exposed there a little bit where we can, individually and collectively, where we can see that on film, see us doing it, where we erred in our instinct to go get a hit. And then where we were really successful, I think we can learn and grow from that. I think we can also learn from things we did well. And so, we'll take every experience and learn everything we can. But there's certainly things that we can cull from this where we learn, we really do believe that seeing yourselves or somebody execute it right is actually a better teacher than seeing us do it wrong. So we're pretty judicious about how we do that, and so there's some good right stuff that we can share tonight also.
Mark, Otega came out very aggressive in the early going and was really efficient offensively throughout the game. What have you seen from him over the course from the summer to now, and how can he really open up your offense when he plays like that?
Yeah, I was so proud of Otega tonight. I actually wondered if this was going to be a little bit of a complicated game for him because it's such a heavy gap team. His decision making about when he attacked all the way to the rim and when he came to 2 feet was brilliant. It was actually incredible all night long. And first time here, first time playing this way, first time playing with these guys. For his decision making to be so good, I was really proud of him. And he's a big body, right? And he's got big, broad shoulders, and he's really powerful at the rim. He carves out space, and he actually put a shoulder into your chest when he turns your hips and creates some space for him to go finish. And he's really explosive downhill. He's always been that, but what's been really brilliant to watch is his decision making about when he chooses to get there and when he chooses to be a 2-foot guy, a 2-hand guy, and he was great tonight.
Michael in the back.
Mark, back here. How much did this night mean to you? I think back to the pregame introductions, and normally the crowd roars the loudest for whoever's their favorite, right? And eventually, maybe later in the season, that'll be one of the players. But yours was the loudest. How much did tonight mean to you?
Well, I think this is special for all of us, right? This is really never going to be about me. You know, I'm the most blessed person in the world that I get to be back here as a part of BBN, and I think I'm really blessed that I get to coach this group of guys. And we still have so much growing to do, but the fact that we get to be in this building with these great fans and wearing this incredibly tradition-filled flagship jersey is just it's super humbling. So I think all those things are really meaningful to me. It's incredibly important.
Kentucky shot 42 threes tonight. Do you think you can keep up that pace in future games?
Well, I hope so. It's hard to get 42 up. It's really hard to do that. You know, it's you know, our goal is to be over 30. That can get really complicated to get to 30. I thought we turned a couple down tonight that I wish we had taken. But I like the fact that what I like is that most of the shots were earned. It wasn't a lot of belligerent shooting. It was a lot of shots that were earned, and we earned them a bunch of different ways. We earned them by racing the space. We earned them by screening. We earned them by finishing cuts. We earned them by, you know, feeling pressure, hitting corner. We earned them by sprinting to the deep corner and making sure our spacing's right. And I thought our guys did a terrific job earning those shots, although there are several that we left on the table. There were 4 or 5 places where we had good penetration either by the pass or off the bounce, and we didn't fill the corner behind it. We'll continue to get better and better at that, and what happens is we get better and better at filling the corner. It stretches defenses where we end up getting a lot of burn cuts and a lot of, you know, 45-degree passes. You turn down the hammer and you actually choose the 45-degree, and it gets really complicated, that first pass rotation guy, and so we still have a lot of space to grow there.
Ryan?
Yeah. Mark, kind of a two-part question here. First, I guess when you were dreaming about this game and thinking about it, was this exactly how you kind of had hoped it would go in terms of 8 players in double figures, 60% from the field, 50% from 3, but then also just maybe the anxiousness of like, hey, I mean, you want to win big because you don't want, you know, the fan base's first experience seeing your team being like, we squeaked by and barely won a game kind of thing.
You know, I mean, we're deadly serious about winning. Winning matters. I don't spend a lot of time. I don't spend as much time on out. I know this sounds very contradictory. I don't actually know exactly how to explain it, but we're here to win. Like, this is Kentucky. The first time we don't win a game, you guys are all gonna go burn my house down. Okay? But we don't spend a lot of time thinking about what this sheet's going to look like after the game. We spend all our time thinking about what we're trying to do in the moment, right? And so you know, I think of course there's all the nerves, right? It's our first time in this building, and this is Kentucky, and there's massive expectations and all those things. But you know, I'm really consumed with seeing how fast we can get better, and the way we get better is by just being dialed in on exactly what we're doing. So I wasn't really anticipating seeing anything on the stat sheet. I was just curious to be how well can we coach our guys to be great decision makers in all the ways that we do it. How well can we get our guys? I was really concerned about our energy. This was the first time. You know, we try and keep it at like a 4 or 5, very focused, but in terms of emotional energy, we try and live at like a 3, 4, and 5. And then we're trying to get to a 9, a 9.5 during games where we can still function and make decisions. This is a long, drawn-out conversation we don't have time for, but I was thinking more about like our energy. I took a shot at the guys before the game in the locker room, and I was really trying to spend all my energy trying to gauge our energy, and you know, the guys were probably better than I was in terms of the energy they came out with, to be able to have great intensity energy but still be a decision maker and execute it. And so we're spending a lot more time thinking about those things, and then this just happens because of what we're focusing on.
Coach, what did you think about the way Trent Noah and Travis Perry played, and what do you think about having them on the floor at the same time?
Yeah, Trent is not shy, okay? It's really great to have him on the floor, and our guys love him. Everybody on the bench was losing their mind with Trent. Kerr, I thought Kerr was gonna, you know, I mean, I don't know, I thought he was gonna start ripping his clothes off. He was so excited. Listen, they're a really important part of our team. We're really blessed that we can have 3 freshmen that could play every minute of the game. I mean, I think Travis Perry has been really extraordinary. Like, it's hard to be a point guard for me. Like, it's really hard to be a point guard for me. I don't know if that's exactly his natural position, but he's come in here, and you think about it, like his first time in this gym, and as a team, you know, we're 32-5, and that's with TP playing, you know, TP is playing 15 minutes at the point guard spot. Like, that's really impressive, right? And so I'm super proud of both those guys. Colin Chandler was excellent tonight. I think he took a really big step forward. He's going to be a really special player. So those three freshmen are going to have a big impact on us this year and next year, and they're going to be it makes you feel good to have those three guys here and know that they're going to continue with this program.
Get another one in the back.
Mark in the back over here. Lamont Butler was all over the stat sheet tonight. What are expectations for him from this game going forward?
Yeah, so I mean, I expect him to have 6 steals every single night. I've never seen guys. I'm old. I mean, I'm older than everybody in this room, I think. Well, I heard one laugh. Someone laughed. Where's the old guy in here? Mitch is over here like, hey now. But I've never seen this number. So Lamont Butler had more steals than our whole team had turnovers tonight. I've never seen that, actually. That's really incredible. He's a special player. I've never coached a guy like him on the defensive end at the point of attack. Listen, I'm telling you, this Kennedy Miles is a terrific basketball player. Kennedy Miles is a terrific basketball player. He's a championship team-leading point guard. He's a terrific basketball player. He didn't have his best night tonight, but Lamont Butler had a lot to do with that. Like, it gets hard. At some point during the game, and it was the right decision, you know, Drew chose to work a lot of 4 or 5 ball screens because it's kind of like you have this Deion Sanders, you know, corner. You're like, we're not throwing that side of the field anymore. Forget it. We're just not going over there. And that's the type of impact that Lamont can have. He's incredibly special. I think you guys heard me say it 100 times, I think he's the best defensive perimeter player in college basketball, certainly the best defensive point guard. And he's also a great leader. I thought he was terrific tonight. I thought he got our guys started well. You know, one of the great things about Lamont is playing at San Diego State. We got to play against them every year, and the show, if you haven't heard of it, at San Diego State is pretty insane. And so this environment is super familiar to him. And he's played in the Final Four and National Championship games, and he's pretty unfazed. And I'm telling you, it's a gift to have a player like that you can just lean on as a coach. He's really special.
Back to Daryl. We have time for one more after Daryl.
Mark, off topic just a bit. When Leanne's not in the backyard killing moles, she talks a lot about you and her. This is a partnership. What does that mean to you? That you're a partnership in all of this?
It means Leanne tells me what to do and I do it, really. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm not shy about it. Leanne is the best part of me. I'm super blessed that, you know, she's my best friend. I'm madly in love with her. I still can't believe that she takes the time to talk to me from time to time. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm super blessed. Like, I'm really blessed. It's just incredible. And so, and she does tell me what to do. And I do it. Awesome.
Well, there's no more questions, and that's a great
Okay.
ending. So.
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night.